Can DNA solve the Zodiac killer? One of the biggest comments I've seen repeatedly is, can't they just use Golden State Killer methods? For those who don't know, the Golden State Killer was a man who would commit assaults, robberies, and murders. The case was connected to the Zodiac case for ages, and more intriguing to me is that it was also looked at in relation to Mr. Cruel. The big talking point is that leading up to 2018, they had used genealogy to trace the DNA samples back to former Officer Joe Dingello. In 2018, he was finally arrested and convicted in 2020. Another case is the Lee Chun Jae murders. This set of crimes, as most know, inspired the movie Memories of Murder. Best way to describe this killer is a mix of Golden State Killer, Jack the Ripper, a little bit of Zodiac, and maybe some Ivan Milat as well. He killed 10 women in a single town in South Korea from 1986 to 1991. In 2019, DNA led to him, and he was found to have been behind multiple other murders. What does the Zodiac case have in comparison? Letters. At least one of the early letters had slight DNA lifted from a stamp. This could have been touched DNA or very broken saliva. Both options would be very weak as they are. But one thing may hold the key to this case, and it's the Lake Berryessa bindings. From what I've read, it was rope, or at least a ropish material. Rope and materials like it are good for burying sweat, hairs, and skin cells. Long story short, Zodiac DNA could be still deep in those bindings, as he would have to buy the bindings first, measure them, cut them, then package them. All of those wouldn't have required gloves unless he somehow foresaw the future DNA technology, which he definitely didn't. But there is always the chance that either these bindings don't have any more DNA left, or they never collected his DNA. Might actually be the case. As revealed in the latest Ned interview, Harvey Colliver was extremely paranoid about his DNA being collected in any capacity. Apparently, he once told Darla that he was the FBI's most wanted man. As revealed in the latest Ned interview, Harvey Colliver was extremely paranoid about his DNA being collected in any capacity. Apparently, he once told Darla that he was the FBI's most wanted man. But anyway, yeah, Colliver's DNA isn't anywhere, which is unfortunate. But that's not to say the case can't be solved by more unconventional means.